Ladies and gents, if you want merchandise, I'd buy it now. The queues are full now.
So we have just come out of the Cure gig.
And it's snowing.
It's snowing. Winter Wonderland. Robert Smith style. How amazing was that? Oh my God, such an amazing show. That's one of the best Cure shows that I've seen. I've seen many, like over 25, 30 years. Probably more than that, actually. 40 years. Oh, stupid. God, don't bear thinking about. One of your favourites?
It's great, and someone managed to persuade a stranger to buy him a drink. That's all I'm saying.
This woman next to us, she walked past and I just jokingly whispered in her ear, "Get me a beer." And she came back with a beer, tapped me on the shoulder, and there's a beer there. And I'm like, that's not mine, surely. And very generous Cure fans are. Yeah, oh, we're slipping about here. Snowball pie. Explain your fetish for crunching snow.
Sounds good.
So mean, so mean. Injuring others with snow. So hello, welcome back. If you were on the last vlog, if you came across the last vlog and you've returned, thank you very much. I'm a bit husky today. Last night was an incredible night. I went to see The Cure with Jeremy. We went up to Wembley Arena, which is now called OVO Wembley Arena. It used to be SSE Arena, to see one of my favourite bands, who are The Cure. I must have seen them probably 30 plus times in my lifetime. I think the mid-80s was the first time I saw them. I've seen them loads of times at loads of festivals. last night was amazing. The band on form. Robert Smith, bizarrely, because he's actually sick at the moment, he was losing his voice at some of the previous gigs. I think it was Glasgow and Leeds where his voice was packing up, and you could tell that he was sick on stage because he kept saying, "I'm sick," to the crowd. But you would never tell. I mean, his voice was just note perfect and really powerful as well. So they played a really good set. They kind of bookended it with all the hits. So you had Boys Don't Cry, you had Lullaby, you had Friday I'm in Love right at the end. But at the beginning, or the first 3/4 of it, it was all the album tracks. So we had stuff from Pornography, we had stuff from Faith, stuff from Disintegration, and 5 new tracks. I'm so husky, it's unreal. I'm going to go out and I'm going to get some fresh ginger and I'm going to mix it with apple juice and have some ginger shots. They're so expensive if you buy them on their own in small bottles. So I'm going to make my own homemade. Got the tree, as you can see in the corner, the tree is here. So we're more than likely going to be putting that up today. I normally do a little bit of work on Monday. Sometimes I take the day off because I'm usually DJing over the weekend, and sometimes I have 3 gigs. So I'm normally playing Friday, Saturday and Sunday night. I had 2 gigs this weekend. I was at the King's Arms on Saturday, which was amazing, really packed. And of course it was England versus France in the World Cup. So not a great score for us, but it was packed full of cheering people watching the match on their phones. And then they soon left after the end result. So still so busy. But yeah, an amazing night. And we had lots of friends turning up. I had Phil Garn, a really good friend of mine, and Anthony. They turned up to say hello. Also, Dale and Phil down from Blackpool, who were at the Cure gig last night. And also, last night I saw good friends of mine from Newcastle, a friend of mine Richard and his husband David. Richard I used to know from my days in Portsmouth. So yeah, so it was great. Saw lots of friends. And also there was a woman who went to walk past me in the crowd during the gig. And she went off to get some beers and she said to me, "I'm off to get some beers." And I jokingly said to her, "Get me a beer." I didn't expect her to actually get me a beer. She came back and she tapped me on the shoulder with a tray full of beers, and one of those was mine. So I was very grateful for her. So if by some chance you are watching this, I think they might be over from Germany. Obviously texting German accents, possibly Danish, I'm not sure. But anyway, if you are by some chance, by some minute chance watching this, thank you very much. I did give her a kiss on the cheek to say thank you. But yeah, an amazing show. So you've probably seen some of the footage from that show in this vlog. So for those wondering what is on my sweatshirt, it's not a Mariah Carey sweatshirt. I know it looks like it. I thought I was going to get festive on this vlog. It's actually from Wild at Heart Dog Foundation. As you can see, dog with a cracker. We have a rescue dog called Teddy, who you'll probably see on this vlog at some point. He's actually asleep on the bed. He hasn't been out for a wee or a poo yet. He's not great with the cold. He's not great with rain, and he's not great with the wind. So he's a bit pampered. At some point in the next hour, I'll probably take him out. But yeah, they're an amazing charity. We adopted Ted from this charity, Wild at Heart Dog Foundation. Google them if you are looking to adopt. I would strongly recommend a rescue dog or cat, I suppose, because there are so many animals that are neglected, so many animals that need the love. And I think if you're going with a breeder, they're just making money from animals. So it's exploitation. I'm all for animal rights, animal welfare, and I try and reflect that with my diet as well, because I'm a vegan. But talking of which, we order from Riverford. Now, this video isn't sponsored, but if you're looking to perhaps save money and eat better, instead of relying on vegetables that you would maybe get at the supermarket, which are covered in plastic, and this isn't meant to be preachy, this is just a recommendation. Riverford produce organic vegetables, and they deliver in a box every Monday, or any day that you want them to deliver. So this box costs £25, which might be a lot if you think about that in terms of weekly spending. But what we found is that we can have a medium-sized box some weeks as well. So I think that's probably £18. And between us, if there's two of you, we normally get through that amount of vegetables in a week. So if you're working it out, and my maths is never great, I don't know, £10 a week on vegetables, I don't think is very much at all. And also, like I say, you're not spending the money on the plastic, which just goes into landfill. So let me just show you what's in one of these boxes. Now, this is one of the big boxes, which, as I say, I think is about 25 quid. And there's some stuff in the fridge as well. I think we've got greens and another vegetable, which I can't remember, in the fridge. But you get mushrooms. I mean, this is just obviously picked and different every week, with their choice of vegetables, and it depends on the season. So the winter obviously is going to be winter veg, potatoes, leeks, carrots, all that kind of thing. So big bag of spuds, 3 leeks. I mean, look at the size of those leeks, huge. We were meant to have purple carrots, but they didn't have any purple carrots, so we've just got really, really dirty orange carrots, but obviously organic. Got a squash, about 5 or 6 shallots, gorgeous juicy tomatoes in a little punnet, a fairly small cauliflower. Sometimes they are big. I think a couple of weeks ago we had a really big cauliflower, and the veg in the fridge. So I mean, 25 quid for all that, I think is pretty good. And they deliver it obviously as part of that cost. And then what you do is you give them the box for them to take away. So obviously they can recycle the boxes. I mean, you can actually put it in recycling as well, but they take them away. So Riverford, check them out. I'll leave all the details down below, because I really do recommend them as a company. Just amazing. I was also going to mention a few people that very kindly dropped messages on the last vlog. Trying to think who they are. The lovely Sarah, who runs a movie review channel called Popcorn Chat. I met her in London at the London Film Festival just a few weeks ago. She's brilliant. Check her YouTube channel out. Again, I'll leave the details down below. Also, the lovely Bill McCabe, who sent me a picture of him watching last week's vlog with a roaring fire in front of him, looking very cosy. So thank you, Bill, for your message. And also Adrian, who featured on the last vlog in conversation, which reminds me that full interview is coming soon. Good morning. It is Tuesday morning, just after 8. I've brought Ted to, where is he? So I'm using my iPhone, which is not easy because I don't have a selfie stick. I did bring my proper camera, but I've forgot to put the SD card in, which was clever. Yeah, I gave it a coffee a couple of weeks ago and it's affected my brain. So we've come to Spa Gardens, which is the local park. The snow has gone, most of it, but it's still cold.
There was a nice reference to when she did that routine in Mean Girls. You know the Christmas song?
Singing in the car?
That's that thing that she does on Mean Girls. So they did a nice little reference there for the Lindsay Lohan fans.
I've never seen Mean Girls, so I missed that one.
Oh, don't worry, Gail. We'll get you on this. You'll watch it on here.
It's a flick-flop contender, isn't it?
Yeah.
The other thing was your tax return. It sounds more interesting than this film, Gail. Which bits were really interesting? I think a tax return is quite interesting. It's the real juicy bits.
Because by the time I get to the end of doing it, I realise I usually don't have to pay tax because I've not been paid enough.
I love that. Falling for Christmas made you enjoy doing your tax return.
I love that. Gail gets to the end, she gets a ta-da, Merry Christmas. Tax return.
The tax
So
return.
good.
It's just the sort of thing you want to do in the lead up to Christmas, isn't it?
It's just so awful and it's so boring. I keep falling asleep and I've been watching other things on Netflix. Do you know what? Handmaid's Tale, I'd just rather switch that back on. I love
Oh my
that.
God, isn't that amazing? It just gets better and better, doesn't it? And The White Lotus finished
White
last
Lotus.
night. Wow.
Did you watch the last one?
Yeah, amazing.
Oh my
Oh.
gosh.
Good. I don't know what I'm going to do.
The internet has apparently said, watch when you finish it, go back and watch episode 1
What?
of season 2 again, and it is all kind of in plain sight.
I did
Amazing.
that because I don't sleep much. So yeah, I did that last night after I'd watched this. I needed anything. Just anything.
Here's a question for you then, guys. Did Falling for Christmas make you feel Christmassy? Did it make you feel festive?
Oh.
No.
No,
No,
me
this-
neither.
No.
So that was the latest episode, the Christmas episode of Flick Flop, which, if you don't know, is a regular movie review feature on my YouTube channel, which features Sean Vickers, a very good friend of mine who I review Boys on Film stuff with, which you've probably come across on this channel, and Gail Porter, lovely Gail. So yeah, I'm glad that she's come back to review Falling for Christmas, that new Lindsay Lohan movie on Netflix. If you haven't seen it, I'll put the link down below for the full review, which is about 17 minutes, I think. Well worth checking out because we had a lot of laughs making that. I'm going to leave the vlog here. What a week it has been. It's been a fantastic week. I've loved everything that I've done this week. There's been some really good stuff that we've been out and seen. Obviously the Cure concert is definitely the highlight of the week. Got some great stuff coming up tomorrow, which is Friday. I'm DJing at the King's Arms in Soho, so that might be on the next week's vlog, the footage of that. And then on Saturday we're going to see Celeste. She released an album, I think it was about a year ago. She's playing at Westminster. She's doing a candlelit gig on Saturday night, so we're going to go and see that, so you'll probably see footage of that as well. Have an amazing Sunday if you're watching this on Sunday. Have a great week, and obviously next week's will be the Christmas episode because it's Christmas Day week on Sunday. Thank you to everybody who's subscribed to the channel. Thank you to everybody who's watched this, left comments, passed on the video to friends. Really do appreciate it, and I hope you can join me for the next one. See you next Sunday at 11 AM.